Hello and welcome. It's Friday noon, so time for a Maritime Innovation Update. Thanks for making it. Thanks for taking the time. My name is Jonathan, and I work as a research associate and business developer at CML. The usual reminder, so this session is being recorded. Please turn off your microphone, keep it muted, keep your cameras off. Today we have a special occasion of the MIU. So usually we talk about something that has been already in the past, but today, as you can already see from the title, the Road to ICMASS 2025. We'll be talking about the International Conference of Maritime Autonomous Surface Ships. I'm not alone. I have a guest here today. His name is Ernulf. He seems to be a bit shy, but I know he's there. He has been talking to me before. So maybe Ernulf, you might be the one exception that is allowed to turn on the camera and also say something into the microphone. Thanks for making it. Hi.
Hi, thank you. And greetings from Barcelona, where we have a product meeting related to not autonomous ships, but just-in-time arrival in ports. So I'm happy to be here and hope I can give some input to your discussions.
I guess you can. I think you're the most suitable person for that. Maybe I can call you an ICMASS veteran. Is it true that you have been participating at all ICMASS conferences in the past?
Yeah, I think in a sense I'm one of the guilty persons behind this conference series.
Okay. Then I guess you're the right person to talk to. So for all the people in the audience who are not aware of what MASS is. So MASS is the short version, the acronym for Maritime Autonomous Surface Ships. And in Germany, we also have another term. It's Autonomous Maritime Systems, but for this conference, we are using the international term that is also used by IMO. So maybe, Ernulf, could you do us the favor and just say a few words of what was the intention behind the conference? Why is it still relevant? And what can people expect when they're coming to these conferences?
Yeah, it's a long story, and we'll try to start in the far end. And in Norway, we have something called Norwegian Forum for Autonomous Ships, which is kind of an interest organization for the organizations, both administrations, insurance, industry, and so on, interested in MASS. And MASS, just to underscore that, is larger autonomous ships that comes under the rules of IMO, not to be confused, at least on a daily basis, with what we call USV, unmanned surface vessels, which typically is less than 24 meters. So we are talking about mostly large ships. And as a result of establishment of NFAS, we started to build an international network, also with the Fraunhofer and others. And we decided in this network to also organize the conference, ICMASS. And the first one was in Korea. I don't quite recall. Must be 5 years ago or something.
Yeah, I got a graphic on that, so we can take a look at that one.
Exactly.
So back to 2018, that was the very first conference in Busan. And from then it developed. There is a little gap in between 20 and 2022. I don't think we need to mention why that was. But since then, it has been on a yearly basis. The last one was in Trondheim. That was my first participation of the conference. And we met in Trondheim, and there we decided to take it to Hamburg this year. Thanks for giving some clarification and the distinguished details between MASS and other autonomous surface ships. Just to be clear, on the conference, you will be able to handle all of these topics and all ships. It's not very clear line that you say, no, what you're looking at is too small. It's not part of the conference, but we will get to that in a minute. So, Ernulf, this year, there will be 2 ICMASS. There is also one in Ulsan in Korea happening this year, and I want to come clear about, as there has been some questions in the past, why are there 2 ICMASS this year? This is something new, right? So I will just introduce what we will be doing in Hamburg. So this will be what I now call the official conference. It will be with proceedings, so publishing scientific research with our partner IOP. It is the meeting of academia and industry and authorities, just to be highlighting that. So it is a mix of industry and academia. It's not like a purely scientific conference, and there will be supporting program around it. So Arnulf, I called the event in Ulsan, I call it official symposium. Maybe you can say a few words. What was the idea behind that, and why is there two different events now this year?
Well, it's the first year we try this, and the background is that there is quite a bit of interest for these conferences. MASS is what you could call a hot topic both in Asia, to a certain degree in North America, particularly Canada, and Europe. Even in Europe, we have this, I wouldn't say competition, but there are regions that really want to have these conferences. So what we are trying now is to have two events this year, a kind of smaller, more, perhaps intimate is the word, symposium with more discussions and more in-depth talking, and perhaps a bit more focus on applications, and of course with a background in making it easier for Asians to participate. While the main conference will still be this in Hamburg, which is typically in the autumn, as it's usually. So it's basically a test, I would say. We'll see how it works out.
So tried something new, getting some life into the conference, and also having a larger focus, on, as you said, as Asian actors. Korea is quite a distance from here, and this year, as it will be in Hamburg, we still want to offer the opportunity to the market in Asia. Just to be clear of what you can expect of this session today, so we'll be talking about the event in Hamburg. If you need any information, if you have any intention of participating to the ICMASS in Ulsan, go to icmass-conf.org. All the information will be there. Let's take a look back to, I think it was October, November of last year. I selected a picture of the final event. There is also you on the podium. 215 people participated last year. Was that a record, or is it usually the amount of people that are coming to this event?
I think it's a record as far as I recall. It's normally 150 plus minus on these events. Every second year, we also organize ICMASS together with what is called MTech, together with the MPA in Singapore. So that also increases that.
You can see that here in the picture. So there were also two conferences, but one event, as we also have it now.
Yeah. Exactly.
And as you can see from the little pie chart, there is a good portion of coming from the academia or institute, which is research, but also almost 1/3 were coming from the industry. So there is always a good mix of people developing new things as part of research, but also people actually applying things in the world of autonomous shipping. And I think, this is what makes this conference really interesting. So, you've got one more thing to say? Go ahead.
No. I think it's a very valid point you are making. Autonomous ships, I mean, okay, there's some high tech in it, but it's a lot about regulations, business models and stuff like that, which is, I would say, extremely important that we get the industry into, so that we can really kind of adjust our directions according to where markets and possibilities are going.
Exactly. And this is also one reason why we're having it in Hamburg. So it's the first time in Germany. We're inviting and encouraging partners that, industry partners that were not willing to travel all the way to Trondheim or maybe Korea. Maybe they're more motivated to come to Hamburg, as it might be closer to where you are. So you're all invited to, to be part of the conference. I'm going to tell you in a second how you can do that. So what to expect this year? The whole event is co-organized by CML and Degon. Degon is the German Institute of Navigation, so we're doing it together. As mentioned before, there will be two conferences and one event. So the ICMASS conference, like the 8th ICMASS, and the Intelligent and Smart Shipping Symposium. There will be no distinct good difference between what topic is what, and there will be one proceedings, but still you can have different topics and you can select what is interesting for you. So as already mentioned, Mars business is one of the focus points that we have for Mars. Like you already said, Ernulf, it's really important that we have business plans. Everything is new. It's a disruption. People don't know how to use it. So we would like ideas. How can the uptake be accelerated, and what is options or possibilities for industry partners to use it? They might not be especially interested in any of the vessels. It's just that they use it as a tool. It could be also part of that. And the Intelligent and Smart Shipping Symposium is more on intelligent and smart shipping, a focus on satellite and terrestrial-based navigation, sensor fusion. So it's all really good aligned with the ICMASS conference. There might be overlaps, but these are two conferences in one event. It will be happening in Hamburg. I'm very positive that it will be at our building at front of CML. We're still missing some signature on the important papers. So we're planning all of that, but I'm not announcing any officially, so there will be no questions afterwards, but I'm pretty positive that it will be. What is fixed is the date, 8th and 9th of October and 25. You can already put that in your calendar. The venue, like I said, it's almost certain that we have it. If you have been to our building, you know Hamburg is in the south of Hamburg. So if you have not been to our place and you're now imagining all the pretty pictures you know of Hamburg, like Landungsbrücken or anything of the harbor area, I want to lower your expectations. It will be totally different. It will be not like that, but it will be not as exciting. We have a very nice building. We have very nice infrastructure. We have a quay on our own building, so it's close to the water, very well connected. You can come from the airport. You can come from the downtown area by a train that is running every 5 minutes. If you're arriving from the south, there is even the advantage that you don't need to cross the Elbe River. So bear with me if I say I don't have detailed information on the venue, but you will get them in time, and anything will be clarified before the conference starts, of course. Let's see. What can you expect? So there will be conference rooms, there will be technology showcasing, which is also an advantage of our building, especially as we have access to water. There will be a supporting program, there will be opportunity for networking, and it all will be in a maritime surrounding. Now you have the questions, how is it possible for you to participate? In general, there are 3 ways. The first thing would be you can become an advertising partner. If you have any intentions, please get in touch. Send an email to info@degon-icmass.org and we figure something out. The way that people usually attend is by a scientific publication or a non-scientific presentation. What is the difference? So you can have this full paper, and what is the motivation behind also having non-scientific presentations?
No, as you know, we are very fond of key performance indicators, and in the scientific world, you have the number of publications in referenced journals and conference proceedings. So for our academic audience, it's normally very important to get a scientific paper out of it. And this conference will be indexed in all the important databases, and it's recognized conference proceedings for those who are in academia.
Thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah, and industry is normally not so interested in that, and they don't really have time to write papers, so they would, at least most of them, prefer a simpler, just a presentation at the conference with a short abstract for selection. So exactly. We invite both industry and academia.
Exactly. So thanks for mentioning. The proceedings will be part of the Scopus ranked proceedings paper. So it will be published. You will get your own DOI. This is interesting for researchers. And if you're not interested in research or having like time consuming publications, there will be an easier way. But for both ways of participating. You need to submit an abstract at Maurice. This is our partner we're working with, who's dealing with that. For both, you would need to submit it at the portal. Oh, wait, I skipped something. Sorry for that. So you need to create an account. You pick one of the relevant topics. You can have your keywords. You submit an abstract of 500 word tops. There is no template needed. Then you have the non-disclosure statement. And, oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah, then your intentions of what you want to submit. So if you're planning to submit a full paper, a poster, or just presentation only, add your co-authors, and then you're good to go. The deadline is 23rd of February. What will be the difference when you're at the conference? So for a scientific publication, of course, you would need to wait for your abstract being accepted. So this will be overseen by the program chair that we have in place. You can see on the website who is that in particular, what persons are part of that. After positive feedback, you can submit your full paper or your poster, and the deadline for that is 8th of June. So there will be plenty of time for you to work on that. And at the conference, you will be presenting your work as part of the positive review. If you're planning to have a non-scientific presentation, also you need to submit an abstract, wait for the acceptance, then prepare your presentation of free form. And then you will be presenting it at the conference. And like Arnulf said, the amount of work is very limited. It's still, nonetheless, you will be present at the conference. You will have an option to show what you're working on, and the world will know about it, but you will not have part in the proceedings. And like I said, if you want to become an advertising partner, let's figure out the details together. Please get in touch. Thank you for listening, everybody. I keep you posted. Go to the website, check out the details of the calls, check out the topics. Thank you, Arnold, for joining, making some room in your busy schedule. Everything worked out really fine. You may now be dismissed, but thank you for your time and thank you for participating here.
Thank you, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye. So, yeah, that is from my side. I don't see any questions in the chat. If there are any questions coming up later on, feel free to reach out. Looking at the time, I think we will also skip questions from the audience this time. There's only one last thing to say from my side. So next week, my colleague Harry will be talking about situational awareness and how to make good use of the ship handling simulators that we have here at CML. You sign up on the link the same way that you sign up for this event. And also, if you are on LinkedIn, I highly recommend looking out for the little teaser videos that my colleague Etter and Benedict are making. They're putting a lot of effort in informing you of what to expect of the MIU. So please have a look and then stay in touch. I will be looking to seeing you at the conference, the ICMASS and ISSS in October. Thank you very much.